Now, if you've ever wanted to create action anime movies with AI and actually monetize them, then this video is exactly what you've been looking for. Because what I'm about to show you can seriously change how you make anime content from scratch. In this video, I'm going to walk you step by step through the exact process I used to create a full anime movie completely from scratch. And yes, it's all powered by AI. By the end, you'll see how this is actually possible right now. Starting with character consistency. Just look at how identical these images feel across every frame. The facial features, the style, the details, everything stays locked in. Normally, this takes a ton of manual work to get right. But here's the crazy part. I generated all of this using just a single prompt. If you stick around until the end of this video, I'm going to give you the exact master prompt I used, completely free. And don't worry, you don't need any advanced editing skills to make this work. Anyone can follow along with this. Take a look at this channel called Annie Prestige. They've already grown past 45,000 subscribers with just 109 videos, and the channel only started in May 2025. In that short time, they've pulled in over 12 million total views, and you already know what that means. When you scroll through their uploads, almost every video is performing well, some hitting millions of views on their own. From what I could estimate, this channel is likely making at least $3,000 per month just from this style of content. And the crazy part? It's not just them. There are several other channels like this one, and even this one, all doing the same thing and getting massive results. All right, let's jump into it. But real quick, if you enjoy videos like this and want more breakdowns on creating and monetizing AI content, take a second to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Trust me, you'll want to stay ahead of this. Now for this part, you're going to need a chatbot. Personally, I'm using ChatGPT. Once you open it up, head over to the Google Doc where I placed the exact prompt I created for this video. And if you want access to that prompt, just drop a comment saying Mark AI Guy and I'll send it to you completely free. This is the same prompt I used to make everything you're seeing here. Copy the prompts carefully, head back into ChatGPT, paste it in, and then hit send. That's where the real setup begins, and this step is what makes everything else work smoothly. Once that's done, ChatGPT will process the prompt, and within a few seconds, it'll generate 10 different video ideas tailored specifically to this anime niche we're building. Once the video ideas are generated, go through them carefully and choose the one you want to build your project around. For me, after reviewing the list, I decided to go with number 3. So I'll head back into the chat, type 3, and hit send. Then just give it a few seconds to process again while it sets everything up for the next step. Now for the next step, it's going to ask how long you want your video to be, because the length also determines how many scenes your story will include. Since this is just a tutorial example, I'm going with 2 minutes. So I'll type B into the chat and hit send to move to the next stage. Now, in this next stage, ChatGPT generates a full cinematic breakdown of your project, from the title, character consistency, and word setting, to the anime art style for every scene, plus image generation prompts, animation prompts, voiceover dialogue, and even sound design. Basically, everything gets structured for you into one complete production-ready script. Once this is ready, just copy the first image generation prompt and head over to any image generator you like. For me, I'm using Gemini. I'll paste the prompt in, hit generate, and after a few seconds, it produces a clean anime-style image that looks like this. And this is where your movie really starts coming to life. Once your first image looks good, head back to ChatGPT, copy the second image generation prompt, then return to Gemini, paste it in, and hit generate again. Give it a few seconds, and just like that, your next scene starts coming together. Now I'm just going to repeat the same process. Head back to ChatGPT, copy the next prompt, return to Gemini, paste it in, hit generate, and wait a few seconds. And just like that, scene by scene, your anime movie keeps building itself. Now we're going to generate the fourth image using the exact same process. Copy the prompt, head over to Gemini, paste it in, hit generate, and give it a few seconds. And just like that, the fourth image is ready. And if you look closely, the character consistency is still perfectly intact. Everything flows smoothly from one scene to the next, exactly how you'd want it in a real anime production. So for the fifth image, we're doing the exact same thing again. Copy the next prompt from ChatGPT, paste it into Gemini, hit generate. And just like that, the fifth image is ready. Now we'll generate the sixth image using the same workflow. Head back to ChatGPT, copy the next image generation prompt, paste it into Gemini, hit generate, and let it process. After that, we'll move straight into the next stage of the video, the animation phase, where everything starts coming to life. At least now we have enough footage to showcase this workflow. Now that all the scene images are ready, the next step is to download them one by one to your device. Once that's done, we can move into the animation stage. And this is where everything starts to feel like a real movie. For this part, we'll be using Google Flow to bring the images to life. Now, open Google Flow and start a new project. Once it loads, you'll see an interface like this. From here, we just need to adjust a few quick settings. First, make sure video mode is selected. Then confirm frames is active, set your aspect ratio to 16:9, and under results, choose 1. Finally, select either VO3 Fast or VO3 Lite. I'm using VO3 Lite for this tutorial, so we can save more credits while still getting solid results. Now for the next step, import all the images you generated into Google Flow. As you're uploading them, make sure you place each image in the correct order. This part is important because the sequence determines how smooth your animation will feel. If everything is arranged properly, the transition between scenes will look much more cinematic. As you can see here, I've already imported all my images, and now we're ready to move on to the animation stage. Next, drag your first image into the timeline. After placing it there, head back to ChatGPT and copy the first animation prompt, along with the voiceover and sound design instructions. Then return to Google Flow, paste everything in, and hit generate. Give it a few seconds to process, and just like that, your first scene transforms into a fully animated clip that looks something like this. This is where your movie officially starts coming to life. Now for the second image, just drag it into the timeline the same way. Then head back to ChatGPT, copy the animation prompt, and make sure you grab the voiceover and sound design as well. Come back into Google Flow, paste everything in, and hit generate. After a few seconds, your second scene will be fully animated and ready to go. Just like that, your movie keeps building itself scene by scene. Now, for the third image, just drag it into the timeline like before. Then head back to ChatGPT, copy the animation prompt, return to Google Flow, paste it in, and hit generate. After a few seconds, your third scene is fully animated. You can do the exact same thing for the fourth image. Drag it into the timeline, head back to ChatGPT to copy the animation prompt, along with the voiceover and sound design, paste everything into Google Flow, and hit generate. After a few seconds, your fourth scene is animated and ready, bringing your story even closer to a complete sequence. Now that our 4 scenes are animated, we're going to repeat the exact same process 2 more times for the 5th and 6th images. Just copy the prompts from ChatGPT, paste them into Google Flow, generate the clips, and wait for them to finish processing. Once that's done, we move into the next stage, putting everything together in the editing phase. And honestly, this part is pretty simple. So let's jump straight into it. Now for this part, open up your editing software. Personally, I'm using CapCut. Once it's open, import all the video clips you just generated. After that, drag them into the timeline in the exact order they were created so the story flows correctly. Once everything is lined up, go ahead and add a background track. I browsed through a few options and chose this one here. Just drag it into the timeline, trim the extra parts so it fits perfectly, preview the full sequence to make sure everything feels smooth, and then hit export. And just like that, your final anime movie should come together looking something like this.
Where dragons once ruled the sky, only the worthy may inherit their breath.
He doesn't belong here.
Some dragons grant strength, others consume their host.
A guardian-class spirit. I accept whatever answers.